Okay, awesome. Let's get started. Welcome, everybody. If you didn't hear before, my name is Bridget and I am in Mount Maunganui. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight with our event for Mel. I'm super excited to be your host tonight. And whether you're here with us live on the Zoom or if you're catching the replay, I really, really appreciate you jumping on. And I know it means so much to Mel as well. So thank you so much. I'm going to have a cat crawl with me now. Tonight is really just about possibilities, and you're going to hear some beautiful stories, and you're going to learn about our beautiful products and our programs, and get a little glimpse into how we're creating a bit more freedom and flexibility in our life through an online income stream. So I'm just going to invite you to sit back and relax and just really listen with an open heart and an open mind. So maybe a little bit about me before we get started. I came across this. I've been on these products that we're going to share with you for 8 years now, which just seems crazy. It's such a long time to say that. And when I came across this, I was looking for an online program. Actually, I tried a whole lot of different things after having my daughter to lose postpartum weight, and things would work for a little bit and then they stopped working, and I was kind of just going like this. And I saw a friend of mine post about an 8-week challenge that they had going on at the time, and I just thought, why not? And I jumped in, and I had amazing results. I just started to feel like myself again. I lost around 6 kilos, and then after that I had started to notice all these other changes, kind of like 2 months in, 3 months in. My hormones regulated, my skin cleared up. I used to get really terrible adult acne, and I tried everything. And about 3 months in, like, my skin was completely clear. And about 5 months into taking the product, I had my last migraine. So I used to get really bad migraines, like lock myself in a room for 24-hour migraines at least twice a month. And I haven't had one for 7.5 years. So I started to think, well, there's something to this. I was really a healthy person beforehand, always ate really well, but obviously my body wasn't getting everything it needed. So this was the kickstart it needed. So obviously I fell in love with the products, and being able to share that with other people just came naturally after that. But tonight really is all about Mel. So I want to get her on as soon as possible, because I know that you came here to see her and not me. So I'm going to actually pass it on to a beautiful friend of mine, Cheryl, who knows Mel, and we'll go from there. So, Cheryl, it's all
Yes, can you
yours.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see such a beautiful turnout on a Monday night. Some of you may know me, or might not, but I've met the beautiful Melanie through another lovely mutual friend called Kahu, who's
Ah,
from the same town. So as Melanie, so I'm sure a few of you, well, I think everyone in that town knows Kahu. Um, so I'm a teacher by trade, primary school teacher. That's what linked me to the beautiful Kahu. She's one of my nearest and dearest teaching friends. Love her to bits, and she was at my wedding this year. And yeah, I catch up with Kahu quite on a regular basis. And that's how I met the beautiful Melanie. So that's how we connected. And Kahu was actually, I've been doing this business 1.5 years, and she was my very first customer. And she was such a blessing because she had such amazing results, and she's still my customer to this day. And it's helped her with many of her joint pains and everything. And yeah, and that was my first ever customer experience, which was beautiful. So that's how Melanie came into my world as well, reaching out about Kahu's health benefits, and we've connected lots since that. But we met, I'm sure, at a party somewhere with Kahu. She's good at bringing people together. So we've met previous to all of that anyway. Um, so I'll just like to ask Melanie a few questions, and she can chat and let you know her answers. So first of all, Melanie, I'd love to know why Juice Plus made sense to you. What beautiful results you've noticed so far and what you'd love to see with your health in the future.
Oh, thanks, Cheryl, and kia ora, everybody, and thanks for taking time out of your evening to come along. And thanks, Bridget, too. It's been really nice getting to know both of you, and you better, Cheryl. So I first, it was Kahurangi that had told me about the products and how she had the benefits that she'd had from them. And at that time, I'd been trying a whole lot of different products, but I just wanted to get something from one place that had all the nutrients, all the vitamins and the minerals that I was looking for. And so I spoke to Cheryl some more and ended up ordering, a bundle of the products. Then I wasn't actually consistently taking them like daily, like you should, to see the real benefits. Then I had a turnaround in my health, and I knew that I really had to concentrate on what I was putting into my body. It was a bit of a stressful time, and I knew that my adrenals were absolutely smashed and my body was basically screaming at me. Amongst being tired and having no energy and all those things, which actually come along with menopause as well. I mean, I'm 58, I'm probably out the other side of it, but the weight gain, all that sort of stuff. But it was actually my skin condition, and I'd never had anything like that in my life. And to be honest, it scared me. I ended up in A&E here in Tauranga and a couple of walk-in clinics. From head to toe, my skin was an absolute mess. I'd had swelling on my arms to the point that my skin was splitting and was weeping. It was really horrible, and it frightened me. And it was on my face, and I'd wake up, my eyes would be swollen, and I couldn't work out why. I hadn't changed anything in my diet or anything like that. However, that was my turning point to really look at what I was doing to my body and to find a way to get my body back into good health. So I started taking the products, and like I say, I wasn't consistent. And then I saw the detox come up, and I thought, well, if I start doing that, then I'm going to give my body a good chance at getting rid of whatever's in there causing this issue. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm on medication, so the skin is at bay, but I also know that I need to feed my body goodness to get it back again, and I want to get off the medication and just flourish, if you like. So I just recently I started taking the supplements daily, as you should, and then I did the detox for 10 days, and out the other side of that, I couldn't believe how much lighter and brighter I felt. I felt better in myself. In mood, I lost 3 kilos. I'd eliminated foods that weren't serving my body, and I knew prior to that I shouldn't be eating them, but I was. So I did all that, and what I liked about the whole Juice Plus is that it's mind, body and soul. It's not just in here for a quick fix and then you go back to what you're doing. So it's a whole lifestyle plan, if you like. You're guided all the way through. It's the easiest detox I've ever done, and I have done a few in past years. But you're given all the recipes you need. There's prompts for movement, journaling, gratitude, all those things that are good for good energy in every way. So I was enjoying the new recipes. I'm vegetarian anyway, and the products are plant-based, and they're just natural whole foods. So I liked that the whole bundle there. But what I noticed as well is the bloating had gone. I get up between 5 and 5:30 every day to walk my dog, and even getting out of bed seemed a whole lot easier as far as achy joints and things like that. And it was just a whole lot easier to get up, take him for his walk, but really enjoying it myself as well. So just adding in more exercise and really trying to get my health back on track. So I'm committed to doing the 3 more detoxes over the next 3 months. And in that time, the liver would have gone through a full cycle of detox. So I'm just really excited to continue with the products. They really have sparked an interest in that. I'm, doing more research about them, learning more too about the detoxes and the goodness to the body. What else have I got? I just had to make some notes so that I don't forget anything. I love that it's a soul-led company, and the values and the authenticity align with mine. And as I've gone into this, it's reignited something that I had with World Organics, and most of you on here will know that I was a consultant with World Organics for a number of years, and I loved everything about that company, and I missed that whole thing, the community, the sharing the beautiful products with people. And I really love to help people, but I also like to come from a place of knowing, and I just know what these have done for me, and I'd love to share that with others as well. The thing is, you can do it at your own pace. There's no pressure. Like, you do you. You don't have to do the detoxes. You don't have to do, you just do what suits you, and that's the lovely thing about it as well. So yeah, I think I've answered those first few questions, Cheryl. It's been a really lovely experience speaking with the ladies and their guidance and their knowledge, and answering all the questions just openly and honestly, and basically backing everything that the company says that they are with the products. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. You did so well, and I love that you've kind of had a bit of a full circle, really, because you started on the products, and then you weren't taking them every day. And it's quite funny how when you don't take something every day, it doesn't work how it should. Some people might find that, but when you do start taking it properly and then adding the other little things in, it's amazing the changes that can happen. So yeah, I'm so excited for you, and what will continue to happen as you go, because like you said, now you're starting to delve into the research. There's so much scientific research behind these products, and the cool thing is that they've done research over even over a 12-month period of people taking bloods and seeing what changes in your body, inside your bloods, inside everything in your body over 12 months, which is really, really exciting. So if you are a research person and you love the science, there's so much that you can delve into. So you can always just reach out to Mel, and she will tell you more about it. But I'm going to share a little bit around the products now, and just to give you an idea of what we were talking about. So the products that we work with is called Juice Plus. They, just to give you a quick overview, the products themselves have been around for over 33 years. The company itself over 55 years, and they're in about 24 countries. So they're around the world. And as we know, like, health and wellness industry is booming right now. I think after COVID, everyone just all of a sudden realized that how much they need to look after their body, and just kind of had a bit of a wake-up call, I feel, even though it was big beforehand, but I think now even more so people are starting to look for natural ways to help themselves. And the cool thing I love about Juice Plus is it's not it's completely natural, and it is just a way to bridge that gap between what we are getting in our diet every day and what we should be getting in our diet to make our body function 100%. So it's not about replacing fruits and vegetables. It's not a quick fix. It's none of that. It's just a way to make sure we get that extra top up of of macronutrients, you know. So I think, like I said before, I was, you know, I'm passionate about health, and I've got more and more passionate over the last 8 years. Just the more that I've learned and the more that I've seen the changes in my bodies and other people's. And you know, I eat really well every day, but I do notice a difference when I take these. So it's just, my body is just like, oh cool, I've got everything I need to run at 100%, you know. So to give you this little example, so this is our foundation product. This is our vegetables and our fruit. So we've got 11 different vegetables, 11 different fruit inside here. And the cool thing about our products is they're grown to peak ripeness, which means that they're left on the vine or the tree where they're growing until that fruit or berry, whatever it is at its peak ripeness for the nutrition inside that particular plant. So they're actually picked at different times, and they've gone so much into the research that they know when the most phytonutrients is inside that product, after like it gets picked, and then it gets left for a certain perfect amount of time before it's processed. So it's crazy. But so those are our basis, and they're incredible for everything like your immune system, your cardiovascular system, your eyes, skin, nail. This is your base product. And then you can add in, we've got the berries, which are obviously your antioxidants. So it's the same 11 different berries in here, same grown to peak ripeness. All of our products are like non-GMO, they're all grown in organic principles. And the cool thing is they're all tested about 5 times in between being picked and being completely processed to make sure they're free of herbicides, pesticides, and all the things. So they're so clean, which is really, really cool. Once they're picked, they get pretty much put into a big slushy, let's say, like everything, a big smoothie. Everything gets chucked in, the stalks, the pips, the seeds, all the good things that we always throw away. Like if you were just to eat like a little bit of orange skin, you'd probably get your daily vitamin C, but we peel it and throw it away. So they chuck everything in, it gets blitzed up into a big slushy, and then it gets dried at really, really low temperatures and then encapsulated, and you're left with the powder that's then put inside like a little vegan plant-based capsule. So like I said before, the key benefits that we find that we've done clinical studies on are like supporting cardiovascular wellness, supporting healthy skin, supporting your immune function, so making sure you recover from colds and flus a lot faster, and supporting healthy lungs and eyes and things like that. So those are our base products. With these two, if you have an adult on these and you have a child between the age of 4 and 25 now, you'll get free products for that child. So you'll get a free 4-month supply, and if you continue to take the products, you'll continue to get a free supply until that child turns 25, which is pretty crazy. So you either get free capsules or free chewables, depending on what you want for your child. So it's the biggest children's health study in the world. And they've just noticed so many cool things with kids having less sick days, less doctor visits, drinking more water, eating more fruits and vegetables, drinking less fizzy drinks or fast food. So really, really cool. Then the next thing that I want to talk about is one of my favorite things, which is our complete powders. So they come in chocolate and vanilla. They are a whole food based protein powder, so they do have protein powder in them, but I like to call them like a superfood protein powder because they're just full of superfood. So they've got things like broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, they've got pumpkin powder, pomegranate powder, mushroom powder, all these incredible things that if I told my kids that they were eating them, they probably wouldn't eat them. Okay, better take them. Sorry, give me 1 second. Can you take that? And they've also got thiamine in them, niacin, which is a really natural mood booster. They've got your B6, your vitamin C, which is really good for collagen when it's mixed with protein. So really good for having glowing skin. And you've got your calcium and things in there as well, and also your iron intake. So I pop these in my smoothies every morning for breakfast. You can have them as a shake on a run, as like a quick snack or something. If you're someone that like might grab that afternoon muffin or something, these are an amazing replacement for that. Then I have our omegas. Sorry. Give me 1 second. See. this is how we do work with little kids next to us. The next thing we have is our vegan omega. So like if you might think of omegas, as like fish oil or something like that, cod liver oil maybe when you were younger. This is completely plant-based. So we grow the algae that the fish would normally eat to make their omegas, because fish get their omegas from the food that they eat. And then we also use like seed oils as well in there. So it's got omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 in it. So it's a really broad range omega. You get none of that fishy aftertaste, and obviously is really sustainable because you're not using fish from the ocean to get it. So those are the rounded out pretty much our products. We only have 2 other things, which I don't have. A beautiful cacao, which is one of our new products, which is ceremonial grade cacao, and they're rocks, which is pretty cool. And we have another product called Luminate, which is, so if you are someone who has that afternoon coffee and you know that you probably shouldn't have the afternoon coffee, this is definitely a good replacement. It's got lion's mane in it, so really, really good for focus. It's got sage in it. It's got green coffee bean, so it does have caffeine in it, but the green coffee bean doesn't give you that high and that crash like a normal coffee. So like I can't drink coffee, but I can have these, and it's really, really good for focus. So I find if I'm working, I'm like, oh, I really need to concentrate on something, I have one of these, and it's amazing. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea around our products. But like I said, if you need to know more, you want to know more, then definitely ask Mel, and she will tell you as much as you want to know. So just to kind of change gears a little bit quickly, like I said before, after I'd been on the products for a little bit, the idea of the business got floated with me. And I was, at the time, I had a wedding catering company. I was working 16-hour days doing weddings. I was not interested in another income. I just didn't have time. But I love the products, and I just thought, okay, well, why not? Like maybe a bit of fun, So I became a partner with the company, and was at the beginning was just fun, just sharing it with my friends. I was just naturally recommending it to people anyway, so it was just kind of a natural process. And that was all it was for me for a long time, just a way to create an extra income that I would then use in the winter, because I didn't like doing the boring catering jobs in the winter. So then I was just catering my weddings in the summer, and then this was my income in the winter, and that was perfect, and it was really, really good. And then I became pregnant with this little monkey that's lying beside me, and I decided I didn't want to be a wedding caterer with a newborn again, because I'd done that once and it was not fun the first time. So I decided to sell my catering company, and because I'd had this and I'd built this, I could then focus more on this, and now it has become my full-time income, and I do this from home around my kids. So it was not something that I planned. I didn't ever think I would ever be working online. Like if you'd asked me 8 years ago, I didn't even know it existed, but it has completely changed my life. So I think I've always thought, before, about being an employee, you trade time for money, you work for someone else, that's how we most know how to make an income. Or then, like me, I became self-employed. I had my catering company. I really was still just an employee, but for myself. And so if I didn't work, I still wasn't getting paid. Or otherwise, you're a business owner like we are here. You have your own business. You start to create a system that works with or without you. So that's what I love about this business, is I was able, for example, when my son had really bad eczema and silent reflux, there was probably, a good year and a half where I couldn't do much in this business, but it still ticked along with or without me. So that is the magic here, So I'd love to bring Cheryl back on and Mel back on and just chat a little bit around why creating an additional income stream makes sense to you, Mel.
You said my first question, Bridget. I was
practicing
it, and I was like, oh, you just said it, so that's great. Right. I was thinking about Bridget too, because I came into this business not actually even going to do the business. I came in for the health reasons and to feel a bit better after being at home with kids and having maternity leave and just not feeling quite myself. And never in a million years would I think I'd be swallowing fruit and veggies in a capsule. Never, ever. I've got my own veggie garden, probably bigger than most people's. I've always been proud of that. Grew up on a farm, and no way in a million years was I going to be swallowing fruit and veggies in a capsule. So I was very skeptical, and I had my heels dug in, didn't want to do it. But then I did see the results, and Bridget was my friend from school, and that's what made me dive in. I thought, no, I'll try this out. And then, yeah, I loved it so much, like Bridget, and wanted to naturally share. And it was appealing to make that additional income from home while I was on maternity leave. I didn't want to rush back to teaching, believe it or not. So, yeah, it was nice to make an income from home when I'd been so always had my own income, and then when I was a stay-at-home mum, I all of a sudden didn't have my own money, and I felt a bit weird about that. I just like to have my own money to be able to go for a haircut or whatever. So that's why I got into it, and I've loved it. So, but I will pass you on to Melanie. So first of all, Melanie, why does making an additional income stream make sense to you? What have you loved so far about being inside this space, and what do you look forward to in the future?
A bit like both of you, I didn't anticipate jumping in to as a business with this, but it's been over the past probably 6 to 8 weeks, and the results that I've had for myself that I'd love to share it with other people, and the fact that it's for everybody, men, women, children. Like Bridget said, there's the little the gummy things for the children. So because I work full time anyway, I have my market business. Apart from the crystals, I create everything that I take to the market. But I do like this because it is the online space that I still have time, to work with this. It's early days, but I would like to build it up and see where it can take me. The added income, there's always benefits there. For me personally, would allow me time to spend with my whānau and friends, just to travel back to places that I love and to the places I'm yet to see, and pay off some debts. I just see a lot of benefits. I'm really am learning a lot, and I'm enjoying that, learning more and more, and just to share it with people. Like I say, like the passion that I had with the World Organics, I've found that in this. So just being able to share it with others and to see the benefits that they can have as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And I think that is it's such a big thing. I don't know, anyone who comes into a business like this, and you've obviously been in house before and you already do a job that is caring for people. So you obviously got such a huge heart. And I think no one comes into a business like this unless they have a big heart and they love looking after people, because really at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do, is to look after people in a couple of ways. And one is helping them with their health, and the other one is helping them, maybe if someone is looking to create an additional finance, you can help them there as well. So I think the emotional revenue that you get from a business like this, like I've found, is like something that you don't get other places. So this is what lights me up at the end of the day, being able to help people on more than one level. So thank you so much for sharing. I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. It's very exciting. You're such a beautiful person, the few times that we've got to meet and on here. So I guess I'd just like to say, coming on here, I'd love for you to think, thank you so much for coming. And I just love you to think that if anything resonates with you here, maybe you're like, I'd like you to share with Mel, if maybe you're a person A, you're like, oh, this sounds really good, I'm ready to give it a go. Maybe you could message Mel, person A, or maybe you're person B and you're just like, oh, I'm a little bit curious and I've definitely got lots of questions. That was me. then message her be, or maybe you're person C and you're like, this is not for me right now, and that's totally cool. But maybe you know somebody who could really benefit from up leveling their health right now, or benefit from creating an additional income stream. So maybe you could message her D, you know. So yeah, just to close, I just, you know, this opportunity definitely changed the direction of my life completely. But it has allowed me to stay at home with my son for the first 3 years of his life before he went to kindy, and that's something that I didn't get to do with my daughter. And so she was in full-time care from 8 months as a wedding caterer, and she used to cry every time when I left for wedding. So I'm so grateful that, you know, when I came across this, just like you guys are now, that I just kind of ignited that little spark in me that thought, oh, what if this could be something for me? Because there was definitely something there that caught my eye that said, oh, maybe this is something that could change things. So if that has sparked something in you, then don't ignore it. I just encourage you to get your questions answered. You know, there's no wrong question. So if you have any questions, just, you know, message Mel. I'm sure she'll be happy to answer them. So yeah, thanks so much for jumping on. We really appreciate your time on a Monday night. And I don't know, Mel, is there anything else that you would like to say before we jump off?
I'd just like to say thanks to everybody for your time. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see your faces of who I can see. But yeah, no, thank you. If you do, you know, have any questions, no strings attached, happy to answer any questions you might have. Yeah, thank you. And thanks, Bridget and Cheryl as well.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. Your support means so much to all of us. Just to be here as a face and supporting her is so welcome. So have a lovely Monday evening, and I hope we chat to you again soon. Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.